Woo! What's up, everybody? Welcome to Klamtucky Bourbon Boys.
What's up, everybody? We are back, and I had to do some. I had to clear. Did you have to clear any shelves?
I'm still in the process of clearing shelves, yeah, but it looks like you did some homework.
I did. So I made my first infinity bottle. So catching you guys up, I brought 13 home. And you were like 18?
20.
20? Okay. We'll just call it 30. We'll just round to 30 just for back from Kentucky and or Nashville or Jack Daniels. 30 bottles came home from the motherland.
Kentucky and Tennessee.
Yeah. So I had to do some homework. Didn't have to, but I didn't want to put them out back or something like a bad dog. So I made an affinity bottle. And I guess they were about 2 to 3 ounces left. So blackened, cask strength, James Pepper, 1776. I did Crater Lake, the Ryes Reserve Special, and Wyoming.
Those are some good whiskeys. I'm not 100% on the James Pepper, if I recall that one or not. But otherwise,
that was a bottle. So I did pick that up in Oregon. That was a allocated bottle. It was it was 100 proof, non-bonded.
Okay.
It was a good bottle.
It's got an interesting nose.
The nose is weird. That's not bad. It's awfully heat. It's got a lot of heat to it, and maybe that's the cask.
You know, I like it. It's different. I mean, I wouldn't pay more than about $20 for the bottle, but I like it.
How dare you, sir?
I'll put it right there at the JTS Brown. How's that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not something. It's a little confusing. It'll make a good old fashioned.
It's right in with the podcast.
It'll make a good old fashioned bottle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
it's not bad. Not bad. I'm still working on an infinity bottle. I got kind of started on one and then got sidetracked, I don't know, 6 months ago and have not returned to it. And I think I mentioned, but I had some friends that got me a nice decanter that I'm going to transfer and make my infinity bottle out of. And I do need to make more room because I had no room to begin with, and now I've got 18 bottles I got to find shelf space for. So,
well, and I think that was my apprehension with the infinity bottle because that is not something I would just pull off the shelf and want a sip of.
But it's better than I will say right now. That beats the hell out of Garrison Brothers. I will go on record as saying that is better than Garrett. Well, at least the bottle you had. There's zero semblance of latex paint in that bottle.
Well, and see, that's the thing with I won't buy another Garrison Brothers, but did I have the weird something sat on the shelf overheated? I still don't know, but I won't buy another one. I'm gonna have to wait till I find one at somebody's house and.
Right. I mean, that's the unfortunate thing. If you buy a bottle and just that one experience can definitely turn you. Although, what was it, Belle Meade that I had that I kind of turned my nose at? And then,
yes.
Or was it Calumet that your brother-in-law had? And we tasted the same thing, but at his house, and it was good. So I came back, and I think it was Calumet Farms. And I revisited that here, and it wasn't so bad after all.
Correct. Yeah, the Belle Meade, you had two different circumstances. Yeah, the Belle Meade was just kind of Sorry guys, I'll call it the Buffalo Trace. Wasn't neither one of ours. Nothing wrong with it, but it just didn't.
Match the wheelhouse.
Yeah, we just didn't like it. But you sat there, and then air kind of got around it, and yeah, 6 months, something happened. Calumet,
That's still pasture land whiskey.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you like a high grain whiskey, you might like Calumet Farms. Mine was the 8 and 15-year blend. Man, I had really high expectations of it, but to this day, it's still a back shelfer.
Well, and that was you popped it open at the guy's house and had it, and it was rather enjoyable.
Yeah. I don't mind when a bottle turns that way. And it was probably, I don't know, an inch below the shoulder when it turned. So, or when I parked it for a while. That's not bad, sir. Like you say, that'll make some good old fashions.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm still. I think that was my apprehension with the infinity bottle. But so what? Please comment. What would you guys do if you had to make room? I guess I could have found room, but I mean, what would you make one? Would you? Because I'll be honest, I drained the Garrison Brothers.
Well, and I'm sure your drain is a lot better off for it, too. I bet it cleared a lot out with that paint thinner kind of flavor it had going on. Yeah.
But see those, I mean the blackened, I liked all those separately.
No, and it's, honestly, it's not bad.
No. It's
not a bad pour. It's just dyslexic or
little on the
multi-personalitied, whatever. Yeah.
autism scale. Well, what did you? Okay, so we have two new bottles.
We do.
Now that the homework's out of the way.
This little dandy here, Woodford Reserve Eli's Festival pick. And so this is just Woodford's rye. And it was picked up from Woodford's during the Kentucky Bourbon Festival while that was going on while we were there. So always a nice looking bottle. Woodford's always makes good product as far as I'm concerned. And we're going to give their rye a shot and see how that turns out.
And that was another, so that's that's one of my wife's favorite brands. So that was another expensive pop-in because I think we both pulled two from that place.
Did you rinse, sir?
I didn't, but I guess I could.
How dare you?
That was another one since we're going back a little bit. That was another one that was a pop-in. We didn't do any official tour. They did have a small bar on site. You can have old-fashioned. I had a blackberry smash. It was delicious. But that was another one. A grounds gift store parking lot was
that was
amazing.
A classy joint.
The inside, the interior, the fireplace, couch setup,
Right.
and then yes, that on top of that, they had special bottles that you could acquire. So
tag along on the Big Rooster Media Facebook page, and this week I'll start getting some pictures up there from the trip, and make sure the Woodfords is one of them. So, and then there's some ladies in the room that prefer to remain off camera, but would you like a little sip of some Woodfords? Look at that, arms.
we at least need a yes. Yes, please.
Man. Make me feel dirty. Just give me your whiskey.
But yeah, that Woodford's was on point. I mean, the big layout, big gift store, the ambiance. They had a little could have been your living room, really.
Yeah, it was
Fireplace.
really a nice, cozy place. The
Like,
fireplace was nice, except it was about 90 degrees while we were there, so
I'll give
not
you
really
that. I'll give
necessary.
you that. Yeah, I don't know why they had it on, but what do you call that? As
Ambiance.
well, no, like they called it talking couches when you could.
Oh, like
They
a
call it.
conversation pit
Yeah,
type thing.
yeah,
Yeah, gotcha.
yeah. Just the way it was laid out. There was two huge couches. I bet you could fit 4 people on a couch, but they had 2
8 if you stacked
couches.
them.
bunk couches. But yes, very very nice setup.
So again, and I've mentioned this several times on the show, I'm not in general a rye fan, but this one's got my interest. It's Woodford, so man, that's butterscotch all day. Butterscotch and like there's a fruit like
Floral
blueberry,
too.
blueberry cream cheese. Anybody else picking that up?
Blueberry pancakes.
Blueberry pancakes? The Waffle House? No. That's an inside joke.
So this is pretty much Woodford's wheelhouse. I mean, this is 45.2, 90.4.
What? What's going on?
I'm just naming. I mean, Woodford's is always
90.4 proof. Yeah.
right in their wheelhouse. I mean, the rye is definitely
Good.
not normal for them. That it is good. Very, very balanced. I get floral on the nose. Little almost bread on the nose.
Very mild mid palate. A little bit of pop at the end, but real easy drinker.
Oh, and we did pop. So I popped.
I swear I get blueberry pancake or blueberry cream cheese on that.
We did open yours, right? Yeah. So yeah, that's now 2 bottles from Woodford's. My counterpart here has opened
5 or 6, I believe.
several of his. I'll call it a third just to be safe. But I'm trying not to. I think I'm on 4.
My rally cry through the whole trip was YOLO, because I didn't really think we were going to get back there again. But now talking to my significant other, she's about as enthused as I am to go back next year and do this all over again. So wait and see. Nothing set in concrete, but it's a lot of fun. I recommend doing it once if you're an enthusiast, for sure.
Well, and really, I mean, if you look at the airfare just for us in Oregon, I mean, I can't go to Cabo for what I spent. I think one ticket for Cabo was about both tickets for us to go back there. So I mean,
Well, again, we're in Southern Oregon. Our airfare for this was cheaper than airfare to go to Las Vegas. So, I mean, it's fairly reasonable. And man, what a good time! Louisville Airport's really easy to navigate and friendly folks back there. And so, and the airport's like 11 minutes from downtown. So, real easy trip to get from the airport downtown.
well, and how do I want to say this to Allegiant?
You suck. We flew.
I didn't feel unsafe. However,
Allegiant. I don't know.
I kind of felt okay. I'll bring the cable guy into this. You know when you walk into a house and you just got the dirty heebie-jeebies. I don't want to touch that seat, and I have to sit in the seat for an hour and a half. I don't.
So we flew Allegiant to Vegas and United to Louisville, and I would say it was the equivalent of taking Greyhound cross country versus Off-White Hound cross country. I mean, it was just, Allegiance. They got some work to do. Their seating is horrible and tight on the airplanes, and
Well, they didn't
Anyway.
clean the plane either.
No. It was a turn and burn for those guys.
Anyway, so yeah, I'll definitely go back to.
That's a purchase I am happy with right there.
Yes, sir.
I am going to, sacrilege, I'm sure, but I'm going to make an old fashioned with that here soon.
I don't. That and or a sour would be awesome. I mean, either one is in its wheelhouse. So,
Yeah.
we have different views because I don't consider that sacrilege. I mean, that would make it
know.
awesome old fashioned,
Right.
And if
Well, there's certain folks out there in the whiskey world that see taking a good whiskey and doing anything with it other than drinking it neat is heresy. I don't agree with that, but
see that's okay. I do agree to that at some point on the price, but see, we bought that at a reasonable price. So I mean,
I don't remember what it
When-
was, but I mean, outside of, I don't know that it's a special bottle. Well, personally selected by Eli's Festival pick. So yeah, it was probably one of their better Ryes. If they selected it for the Bourbon Festival, I'll give it that, and it's great.
well, and I think that is. I mean, because like this one, I'll go ahead and bust mine out. I mean, this is a Jim Beam. I mean, '06, but this is a one offer,
Right.
and I believe that would be the same thing because I don't think Woodford's offers a rye just normally. What's going on over there?
Yeah.
No, but no, they don't.
Bill's frowning. Bill is not happy with you.
I think. I mean, if it's marked Eli's Festival,
It
I
was
mean that
something
is
special
right.
for the event.
Right.
Yeah. All
Right.
right. Well, I'm gonna drink it anyway.
Well, make an old fashioned out of it.
Yeah.
They're not going to stop you.
No. I'm trying to do a better job here of making sure I'm talking to the correct camera because every now and then.
There you are.
Oh,
You see that one?
Well,
Yeah.
what was I? Oh, yeah. It messes me up because I'm always the lead in the picture on this one, but it doesn't mean I'm always the guy that's up. Yeah. Sorry, folks.
Too many buttons. Stuff. We
I'm
have
thirsty.
stuff over here.
Barkeep.
Garçon. Okay, so well then. All right. So this was a pickup for Jim Beam, and yes, that whole experience top notch. So this is Distiller's Share 06. This is a little short little guy. This is a
375.
375. So this is another rye. I keep on forgetting this. So this is a Kentucky rye whiskey finished in a Muscat wine cask. And so this hits at a 52.5 and 105.
So I do see on yours that's got a 5-year age statement on it. I do not see an age statement. This was selected on August 2nd of 24, but I don't see.
Well, see, that's just the top notch of Jim Beam. It tells you how long it's sat.
Right.
The color on this, and this is a double. They call it a double finish since it sat in the wine cask. But the color, oh, you got me all. The color on this is extremely. It definitely dark.
Yeah, especially for that small of a bottle to have that
Yeah.
much tint in it. And this does say personal selection on the label, so I guess it's somewhat exotic.
Somebody selected it.
Yeah, Eli, if you're watching, I'm sorry for discrediting your pick.
Oh, she gave a head nod. So. You're still working.
The lesser.
So yeah, we've
Being on camera, you don't get as much.
we've already busted this one open. This one has a weird. It must be the Muscat coming into the play because we're both really non-wine drinkers, and there's a.
You know what I'm getting now is chocolate and butterscotch. It does. It woke up.
And this is a runner, folks. Watch out on the Coke can.
Still looking for a sponsor,
Yeah,
Rick Welch.
still looking for a sponsor for the Coke can. But yeah,
Call me.
but see, it smells like the wine.
I get chocolate and butterscotch. I really do. Am I the? No. All right. Bill. Chocolate.
What say you?
Away, I'm getting dark chocolate, and then that kind of defaults to a butterscotch finish.
That's got to be that Muscat wearing off on it. It's a florally.
And first hit was coffee, and then it dissipated in the caramel.
You not getting the floral on it at all?
Yeah. And I'm just first impression. As soon as it hit my tongue, I was just going with what was there.
This profile is a weird one because if you didn't tell me that was a rye, I would think that would just be a bourbon.
Well, and I think I made mention the other night that if I didn't know that was a Jim Beam product, I don't think I could guess it. It doesn't fit the typical Jim Beam profile. Not that that's a bad thing. It's good. It's a very distinctive taste.
It is. It's hard to describe, but if you guys did, I don't know if I did.
I don't know how readily.
I showed you the bottle, but so this is Distiller. Yeah, Distiller Share 06.
And I don't know if any of that's going to be publicly released or if it was just a pick out of
I hope
their
it's
distillery.
because that's why we bought. Well, that's why I bought all these. You bought more of the little ones than I did, but yeah, if any distiller had a special release or festival release or a distillers whatever, I bought several.
Well, and that was, I think that was kind of both of our mutual goal was to buy a unique product that we're not going to find here. And this, I'm pretty sure, is a bottle that is not going to make it very far at all.
Well, and we've talked off camera too. You were not able to get Blanton's was nowhere on the shelf.
That was weird.
Any liquor store, even at Buffalo Trace, you rat little finks.
Buffalo Trace did not have Blanton's on the shelf.
Yeah. They had it in the cage, locked up. Looked all pretty.
Yeah, trying to drive. I swear they're trying to drive their prices up, and that's how they're doing it.
Purposely?
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah. I could be wrong, but I think that's their game. E.H. Taylor, come on.
But yeah, as soon as I realized that I wasn't getting the ones I was looking for, I would have been fine with a Russell's 13 and or 15. Now we did not make it to that tour. However, not on the shelf. Blanton's not on the shelf. I mean, all the big ones. Taylor, Buffalo Trace was. I mean, I did. You saw that anywhere.
Buffalo Trace?
Yeah.
Oh, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know, Old Crow or
But yeah,
Rich and Rare.
as soon as
Justified.
I realized that I wasn't coming home with a fancy, I kind of shifted gears and brought something unique home. And so far, what is that? 4, 5? So we did the Beam. We did her Woodfords. We did your Woodfords. Well, and you've gone through rabbit
I can't
hole.
really tell you because we've
so
tapped a few here at the homestead without you folks being here.
No, so 6. We'll call it. Can we call it 6?
Yeah,
safe.
that's probably a fair number.
Safe. Whatever you want to call these. Distiller picks, special pickups. They're not a disappointment. And like we've said before, they weren't sampling those.
This was a shot in the dark.
Yeah, as in general, it was real weird. You could they either had offerings that you could sample that they weren't selling, or they were selling stuff that you couldn't sample.
I take a sip of that and just stop. Just let it sit on the tip of my tongue. Coffee all day long. Like dark roast. Just let it park it right there for a second. Get it? No.
Oh, yeah, if you do that chew, the Kentucky chew, it pulls it out.
Not comfortable doing that.
No, I didn't want that. That was my first time doing it, but when you sit on your tongue.
I have a
Ah!
well, my waddle is hidden by the beard. Unfortunately, it was just 90% of the reason I even grew this out because otherwise I'd look like a turkey.
But yes, we did learn.
Professional journalism here.
That was the first time I heard of that Kentucky Chew, which I don't know. It doesn't do a whole lot for me, but I haven't been doing it all my life, so
Right? No, but if I just take a little drawing and then just let it sit on the front portion of my tongue, man, I get coffee like that.
it is more coffee now that yeah.
Leave it there and exhale through your nose, and man, that's a good bottle. I like it because it's really hard to define. It's not bad in any way, but it's not easy to define what it is. I mean, that's part of the
And see that. So okay, I'll do another comparison. The blackened mush pot is definitely confusing.
mush pot or mosh pit.
Whatever you want to call it, the infinity bottle, my infinity bottle. But that one is definitely hard to define. But I would go back to that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, and I don't know, maybe because the air hit it and it got to breathe a little bit, but definitely between when you first cracked that one open and tonight, I'm getting way more. I couldn't find an identifiable note off of that.
No, and see
Open.
when we did buy it, who are we on here? It was way up to the tip of the neck, so there was not a whole lot of air. I mean, that's a weird bottle. I mean, they knew what they were doing, but it didn't have a lot of mixture before it was cracked. So
It's good stuff.
that was a good trip.
Yeah, it was. Aren't we supposed to be sharing tales of the trip as we go along with this program?
Share one.
Now that I mention that, well, all right. No, we'll talk about because that's Jim Beam, and so we did the Jim Beam tour, and we went to the gift shop, and Jim Beam was also extremely courteous. So they gave us these really nice little tasting glasses that were part of the tour, and Dave left his, so he went back in to go get them. He forgot them, and they wrapped up you ended up with 6. I think I've got 7 of these now, which are perfect size for tastings. But super gracious people, not like Buffalo Trace. These are actually glass, not plastic garbage that you buy at Walmart or the Dollar Tree or wherever Buffalo Trace gets those. Anyway, but then we went to lunch on the grounds at Jim Beam. And I would dare to say probably, if not the best food of our whole trip, Kentucky and Tennessee, top 2 maybe, top 2 or 3. I mean, outstanding food. What was those stuffed duck poppers that we had for an appetizer? And
Yeah.
I mean, they're very
Homemade pimento. So yeah, pimento cheese and it was a cream cheese with honey glaze or something on there.
yeah.
Yeah, the duck poppers.
I don't even remember.
Oh, you had ribs.
That's right.
Fall off the bone ribs.
Yep. Yeah. You grab the rib and put your fork on the meat and just pull the bone right out. And man, so if you do decide to make the trip to Kentucky, Jim Beam is a must visit for several reasons. Great staff, great tour, clean facility, and by all means, stay for the food because it's on point. So
Well, and also too, I think you had a question on what was that one bourbon that we couldn't find anywhere else? The Creek.
Knob Creek?
No, it was Beam. Claremont Creek or you love that stuff. And our waitress didn't know. So she was like, "Oh, hold on, I'll get somebody over here to talk to you." And so yeah, if they don't know the answers themselves, they'll "Hey, Sarah, come over here." And then
and I don't specifically, unfortunately, remember which one it was that I was looking for at the time because that was several bourbons ago. But no, the waitress was great. You know, I asked her about it. She's like, I'm kind of know what you're talking about, but I know somebody that knows all the details, and send somebody to our table to go into great detail about the bourbon I was asking about. It wasn't.
It was a whole brand because they had 4 of them. It was like the Claremont, and then was it the Louisville? There was 4 different bottles.
Okay.
And it was all. It was Jim
go
Beam.
back to my notes.
It was Jim Beam line, but you couldn't find it.
Yeah.
No. Anyway.
Yeah. So
that was another limited product.
But just the fact that they were willing to send somebody, and it was busy. I mean, it was mid-afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
There was a bunch of people in there, and could you please clear the set? Anyway, they sent somebody over specifically to me to talk to me about the bourbon I was after. So,
well, then you punched her in the face because you couldn't buy it. Did not punch her in the face.
I did not. Nobody got punched into making of that video or trip or whatever. Man, that is killing me now. What was it? Because the more you talk about, the more familiar it is.
I think it had Creek. Something.
Yeah, not Knob Creek, though.
No.
I don't know. Not Old Fitzgerald, no. That's not their wheelhouse. Well, I don't know. Anyway, we're not going to bore you with me sitting here stammering around trying to remember.
We were setting the whole thing up. So if you know Jim Beam product,
I will have the answer for you on the next week's episode. So
yes,
we're hearing from more and more of you, but we need to hear more from more of you, if that makes sense.
We need some more like and subscribes. I can tell you that much.
Always, if you like what we're doing here, we're trying to make it entertaining. Yeah. So, I mean, for crying out loud, guys, we traveled to Kentucky for you. It wasn't for our benefit. It was just so we could bring you this quality content.
Yeah, it was content for you guys.
So, shame on me for doing this to my liver for your good. But no, we'd like to hear from you guys. I've posted a few pictures up on our Facebook page, Big Rooster Media. And if you can pick out a bottle that you see that either one of us bought that you'd like to see a review on, message us. Let us know what you would like to see us review next, and we will do it on the next week's episode.
Oh, no.
How about that?
So I have not posted my mine yet. So
I will repost mine with a little clearer shot of what's.
All right. Well, so there'll be about, we'll call it 30. We'll call it 30 bottles of 2 postings. So yeah, let us know in the comments. We'll put them up.
Yeah.
They'll be up before you hear this. So
that's true. Yeah. So let us know what we should do next.
There you go. Well, until then.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pour a little bit more of one or the other of these. Maybe I'll have a little more of your infinity bottle there, and then I should probably eat something. And on that note, I'm done. Are you?
Yep. We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next Thursday.